as ministers in the temple of justice.
For anyone on the bench of the Nigerian judiciary, this chamber is the ultimate.
Let us all strive to maintain the independence of the judiciary so as to ensure the rule of law.
And the fact that the ministry is responsible for prosecution of cases makes the ministry very visible naturally.
If it is to buy time, you know who is buying time.
Becoming the first woman in the country to discharge the function. To me, Allah wished it that way.
Welcome to the program, The Scale of Justice.
Tune in every Monday at 2:05 p.m. and repeat broadcast comes up every Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. on the network service of the NTA. Keep a date with us.
Hello, welcome to The Scale of Justice, that program that gives you an opportunity to know the happenings in the justice sector of Nigeria and the judiciary. I am Femi Okeowo. On this edition, we are taking you to the Court of Appeal. The President of the Court of Appeal has been formally sworn in after acting for a period. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has actually approved her appointment. But each time a judicial officer is appointed into a judicial office, it brings out the interesting nature of our Constitution in terms of appointment in the democracy which we are running. It is a tripartite kind of appointment. Its nomination comes from the National Judicial Council. It is ratified by the President of the country, and then the Senate confirms the appointment. And so all these have been done, and Justice Monica Dongban Mensem has been sworn in. That is going to be our focus on the scale today. And so we take you to the Supreme Court, where the swearing in was done with personalities around, in spite of the distancing and restrictions that we have due to COVID-19. There were still a few key political and judicial personalities. So join us as we move to the Supreme Court for the swearing in of Justice Monica Dongban Mensem.
I, Monica Dongban Mensem, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Born 63 years ago in Shandam, now Plateau State, Justice Monica Dongban Mensem now becomes the 7th President of the Court of Appeal since its establishment in 1977. She became a Justice of the Court in 2003 and has since established herself as a hardworking and highly intellectual justice. It is this quality that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed, called on her to carry on to her duties as the President of the Court of Appeal.
The swearing in of Honorable Justice Mensem of the Court of Appeal as the President of the Court of Appeal. Let me, on behalf of the Supreme Court and the Nigerian judiciary, congratulate Honorable Justice Mensem for her appointment. Those of us who have been in the service for quite some time, we very well know who Honorable Justice Mensem is. My charge to you, Your Lordship, is please continue with your attitude, continue with your behavior, continue with your good work. Then sky may not only be the limit for you, but sky may be a stepping stone for you. I don't have to tell you what the Court of Appeal is. You are quite aware of the volume of work in the Court of Appeal. You are also quite aware of the divisions, the various divisions now we have in the Court of Appeal. Certainly, you will see that there is no one court in this country that has the number of justices that the Court of Appeal has. Therefore, that shows you that Court of Appeal is a home of work. Court of Appeal is the home of cooperation. You have to cooperate together, all of you, from top to bottom, so that the work will continue to progress. You have so many divisions, so many branches all over the country. I hope the normal meeting that is done between the President of the Court of Appeal and all his presiding justices, whether on monthly basis or howsoever you determine it, shall continue, and you will have better results. Court of Appeal, I can say, is where the work is. We were thinking that it was only in the Court of Appeal that you do the work. That is before we found ourselves in the Supreme Court, not knowing that when you come to the Supreme Court, it is more terrible than you left it there. Now, with your experience, I am sure you will not find it difficult. And with your zeal and the know I know of your hard work, try to see that you harness the best you can out of all your justices, so that at the tail end of it, your tenure will be a very excellent one, which history will have a lot of record for you, so that they will say this thing happened during the presidency of Honorable Justice Monica. I don't have to bother you with a lot of historical perspectives. All I charge you is please Be yourself. Don't allow others to spoil you. Remain as we know you. And then the sky will be the beginning of your journey. I wish you all the best.
Speaking to NTA News, Justice Monica Dongban Mensem promised to sustain and improve on the judicial standards of the nation's intermediate court. What is your immediate thinking as you are sworn in as the president of the Court of Appeal, the immediate tasks that you think you have to do?
Well, the immediate task before me is bringing my learned brothers to work with me, bringing our heads together to move the court forward. But we have a lot of work, no doubt about that. We have more divisions than the court, than the judges right now. And therefore, we no doubt have a lot of work. And we have to find a way of working and making progress in spite of our limited resources for now. I feel challenged. I feel most honored that the judiciary, the NJC, which has bred me up to this point, found it worthy to recommend me to Mr. President, and Mr. President has respected their opinion and given me the responsibility to manage the Court of Appeal. And I will also thank all Nigerians for standing with me, and I would like to commit this appointment to all Nigerians and to ensure Nigerians that I will do my best and ensure that justice, as we have always known it, is applied to the best of our abilities. I believe my colleagues are going to join me, and we shall be duly guided by our elders who have gone before us and who have laid a profound foundation for us to follow.
To show their appreciation for the appointment, key judicial and political personalities found their way to the swearing-in.
First of all, in the interest of Nigeria, women are coming up. They are coming up. So if women are not careful, that is congratulations to the women folk. Secondly, this is the first time we're having, within the judiciary, a citizen of Plateau State getting to that level. I think it's making history. She has made history in the lives of Plateau people, and particularly for me as a lawyer. I feel very proud that this is happening during my time. So all I'm saying is I will continue to ask God to give her the strength, to ask God to give her the knowledge, and God will continue to protect her. And she will start here and she will finish her tenure successfully. This is history for the people of Plateau State. For somebody of this, for the profession, to rise to the level of the Supreme Court, because she is the Justice of the Supreme Court by virtue of her being President of the Court of Appeal. And this is the first time, not only in Plateau State, in the North Central. So I stand here representing all the governors, because all of them were supposed to be here. I thank the judiciary, I thank Mr. President, and I thank all those who rallied around to give her the opportunity to preside over the Court of Appeal.
What I can say is that we thank God in the first place for her being alive and being elevated to this post. I know her very well. She is hardworking. She is not the talkative type. And I'm sure she has those qualities that will make her do very well in her present position. We will not be disappointed.
This is awesome. We give glory to God. Women are taking over. We are moving. And by the grace of God, God will see us through. I want to start by thanking Mr. President for ensuring that merit has come to play. Her appointment as the President of the Court of Appeal is another added plus, not just to her, but to the entire women of Nigeria. And we are celebrating her, and I'm celebrating all the women in the judiciary, and I believe that more good things are yet to come. We should keep the flag flying, and our prayer is that God will guide and see her through to keep on making us proud. Congratulations, Justice Mensem. We're happy.
I will continue to come. The entire world is dynamic. Our judiciary is also dynamic, and I believe that there are improvements, but there are still some gaps that needed to be addressed. The Federal Republic of Nigeria will witness more and more positive changes in the days and years ahead.
Please give us your comment about a new president of the Court of Appeal being sworn in.
First, on behalf of the House of Representative Committee on Judiciary, I want to congratulate Honorable Justice MB Dongban Mensem on her elevation to the office of the President of the Court of Appeal. And we're so excited, and we pray that God should give her the strength to be able to carry on with her responsibility. You see, character counts, and she's elevated today because of character. If you could hear the charge from the CJ and said, keep being who you are. So what are we expecting? We're expecting her to build on the foundation that has been laid by others. We're expecting her to improve on the work that has been done by Honorable Justice Bukatua, retired. And then we're expecting her to create more divisions so that we can have quick access to justice and then quick dispensation of justice. So congratulations to Honorable Justice MB Dongban Mensem.
And so the President of the Court of Appeal, the seventh in line, begins to function in a substantive capacity now, no more acting. And as she has mentioned, let's hope things will continue to move up in the country's intermediate court, the court that is second in hierarchy next to the Supreme Court. And now, to conclude this edition of The Scale, let's move to a politically motivated judiciary matter. Political cases are now to be heard and determined in the states where they emanated rather than in Abuja. This follows a practice direction issued by the Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, instructing that all political cases originating from states be returned to those states. It never used to be that prevalent in Nigeria's political growth that the course of action in any political matter, like state party primaries, will commence in a state but will subsequently be heard at the FCT High Court. This practice only grew more and more as Nigeria moved deeper into its civil governance. Some analysts say such practice of bringing state political matters to Abuja speaks volumes of the level of confidence in the state's judiciary, which some allege are firmly under the influence of state governors. Some even point to the absence of security for the litigants in those states. Whatever the excuses, that practice must now stop. Chief Judge of the FCT High Court, Justice Ishak Bello, in the practice direction issued, says that even part-hard political cases must be returned to the states where they originated.
The practice direction is just one among the many that I had to put in place in order to curb out certain weaknesses within the justice delivery system. And this one that I just signed is intended to block the holes for conflicting decisions in the same matter and then causing confusion within the polity. To also block the hole for forum shopping. A case from Kaduna coming to FCT. A case from Kwara coming to FCT. A case from Anambra, Ondo, Sokoto that ordinarily should be heard by the High Court in those states. They will find their way here. Now even the Court of Appeal at many occasions that I had interaction with justices of the Court of Appeal at various fora, other seminars or symposia, they will complain, my Lord the CJ, the way your court is entertaining these cases is causing problem for us, because for every political zone, there exists Court of Appeal division. And it's causing problem for us. You should please start thinking of discountenancing this practice. Now, I always inform them that it's not for me as the chief judge at the point of assigning the cases to throw them back to their respective states. It must be through an exercise of judicial powers. So I will sign to a judge. It's for that judge to say, no, this must go back where it originated. But we realize that the time has come now that we have to take a position to block that one, the problem being posed to the Court of Appeal by that practice, and two, the kind of conflicting decisions across the country that ensures a matter will be there and a judge here wouldn't even know that already a decision has taken place there. The lawyers will not even be liberal enough to exhibit such ruling or judgment, and then they will come as if it is fresh, and then conflicting decision. Now, by that, the integrity of the justice delivery system is always being questioned. It's all been eroded, and we have to sanitize the situation. And what I posit there is that all political cases that have causes originating from the states, take for instance, it's a dispute between the ESCO of a political party. Pre-election matters, all right, originated from there. There are disputes that the state court there should be able to address. Why do you have to come all over here?
Sometimes these people are afraid of the influence of the incumbent government or the powers that be in such states.
That is why there is appeal court there within the divisions. If they are afraid of the incumbent governor there, and who is really afraid? The other party or the court?
The parties seeking justice.
Well, probably that is also the way they behave. There must be something special relationship maybe between them and whoever is responsible to do administration of justice, which I do not want to believe. They have their own problems there, and they must be able to address that. They must have confidence in the judiciary of their states, and to me, I feel it's like indicting their respective states' judiciary by running away from that, coming here on matters where their state can handle. The course of action had arisen there. We have a structure. Divisions of the Court of Appeal are there. In case of any error, they can appeal there and have the same corrected up to the Supreme Court. And when they come here, as I said, the foreign shopping is there. And then even from here, when they feel that, oh, there is the writing on the wall, they are not getting, they will concoct stories to have the matter moved to another court. So it goes. We are tired of this, and I feel we should sanitize the situation. We must enhance the integrity of the justice delivery system, and so we make bold to take that stance, and that's why I signed this practice direction. All these kind of cases, I said, should not be transferred to their respective states, even if they are part-hard matters. They should go back to their respective states.
Thank you for being part of the program today. We shall be focusing on other happenings in the judiciary and the justice sector of Nigeria. And when these come up, we certainly will not miss out on them. We'll see you again.